Good morning, everybody. I said good morning, everybody. Sounds better. See, it always gives me a pleasure to welcome you all to a new journey of your life together, and always take that proud privilege of, welcoming the guest on the dais. And today, my sincere thank and heartful gratitude to Honorable Justice L.N. Rao for coming and, sparing his time and sharing his experiences with you all. Dr. Sandeep Marwa, the President of Asian Education Group, who has been always a guiding force for all of us and helping us to achieve and to take AEG as a whole to the new heights every year. And by the grace of God, we are able to apply, think, and do and achieve the best possible things for our students, and that is how we grow as an institution. And my colleagues on the dais, Mr. Saurabh Sharma, Mr. Gurdeep Singh Raina, proud to have the principal of Law School, Asian Law College, Dr. T.N. Prasad, and the head of Asian Law College, Ashish, Mr. Ashish, and the faculty members who actually take that responsibility of taking you ahead from this point, right? Holding your hands right from the day one to, the journey of making you independent after 5 years, 3 years of your life. So I guess you should pay a gratitude to all the people sitting in the front row as the faculty members of yours. When I'm very sure each one of us sitting here has taken a wise decision and a self-owned decision of choosing law as a career for yourself in your life. Right? Because all of you come from the different streams, maybe arts, science, or whatever, commerce, and then you think of, or you thought of, beginning your career or opting your life to be, in the legal fraternity. Have you ever realized when we talk about the law, if we talk about legal fraternity, it is about a lot of responsibility that the moment you choose to be, in the legal fraternity, whatever, option in the career that you opt for, be it litigation, be it in, the corporate culture, but there is a lot of judiciary, a lot of responsibility that comes to your shoulder, right? But then a point, I'll not take much of your time today. Why? Because, we all want to listen to, the justice there, and then try to learn his experiences. So this world responsibility, though sounds, small, but has a huge value and a meaning for each one of you and each one of us. When I stand here and talk to you today, I, as the head of the institution, taking the responsibility of each one of you sitting here for building up your career, right, which has nothing to do with my own development or something, right? So that is the mindset when we talk about the lawyers, when we talk about the legal fraternity, where, I don't think much about myself, but think about my surroundings, my people, my society, my parents, my friends, and then the globe together, right, where you guys have to reach. Now the only point that I want to make here is, are we responsible in ourselves? Each one of you individually sitting here need to put a question to yourself, to whatever journey that we have come across through our life up to our class 12 or graduation. Were we responsible enough to ourselves to take our own responsibility? Right? Because responsibility is a second step. The first is that I want to be matured enough, right? When I say that I am matured, then only people give you the responsibility. So far in your journey, majority of you will agree with me that we are not able to earn the trust and faith of our parents. Yes or no? We still don't get those permissions for the night outs. We still don't get those permission, to go and watch a movie with my friends or something. Right? Why? Have you ever put a question mark there? Why are we not getting it? Why? Because we have never shown ourselves, matured enough to our students that we can own our own responsibility, own our own deeds. So believe on us, and then, give us that independence to, live our lives. Right. So the basic journey of each one of you from today, right, the orientation program, this is the inaugural function where, people, your teachers, some of your teachers must have given you the detailed description of the orientation program, the week-long orientation program, where from different people and very eminent people, we try to put into you and want you to inculcate the habits out of their experiences that I need to owe my own self. The moment I start owing my own self, I become mature, I become responsible. The moment you stop saying that my result is bad, why? Because the question was out of syllabus. Right? My marks were less, why? Because I did not study. The moment you start saying that, the moment you start owning your own self, believe me, major of your own self you have won. And then probably you can start working on your maturity, owning your own needs, and gradually you'll become responsible first for your own self. Once you are, responsible for your own self, then only you can think about and will be sensitive to your surroundings. Right? Then only you will be able to see the pain of some other people. Then only you will be able to empathize with somebody, not sympathize, empathize with somebody and see the possibility that how can I help. And those smaller efforts of starting with the individuals in your surrounding, you need to make it big so that you can reach to some, people who actually require your help, not in terms of finance, but in terms of efforts. Maybe some underprivileged students where you can go and teach. Maybe, some of the people, in Corona where they were not getting the food, you had that, sensitivity to go and give them the food. There are a lot of examples out of Corona that has come out where people had that thought process of not being confined to my own self, but coming out and helping the society. Right. So this is the crux when you choose to be in the legal fraternity, right? Because majority of the people in India are still not aware about their rights and how do we have to live, right? That is how the majority of the mess on roads or on anywhere that you find, right? So it becomes your responsibility to, change the world around you, right? So that, of course, during this 5 years times, 3 years times, your teachers, we as an institution are going to help you to, be sensitive to the surroundings that we have been doing over a period of time, where a lot of NGOs are there associated, a lot of our people go and work with them, get sensitized about them, and then try to, make a change in the society. All of you must have, I guess, have submitted or, participated in this new program that we have initiated, the Social Change Maker of, the Year. So that is again to sensitize. This is not about the, money that you'll get out of this or something, but this is more about making you sensitive to the surroundings, making you more responsible about the things where you can help yourself, your parents, your, the society, and probably to reach to the level where you can actually contribute to the globe. So the purpose and the journey that you are starting today is starting for being or becoming a good human being. Because a good human being can only be not self-centered. They would always think about somebody else. If I'm self-obsessed, if I'm self-centered, I'll think only about myself, right? But if I'm doing that, I would, as an institution also, if I talk about, I'll think about the institution growth. But no, out here, what we think about the growth of the individual, each one of you sitting here, and, chosen AEG, Asian Law College, to help you grow in your vision and mission that you have in your life, right? So, lot of support, lot of systems, lot of, departments, they would be working for you, right? I was just discussing it with, the sir, that we have this Center for Skill Development where individual development program, and then, for 4 years, 5 years, you are being given that individual attention, right? So that you can first to see how ugly do I look in terms of, professionalism. I know all of you are good looking human beings sitting here, but then, what I have to prepare myself for, my life, my livelihood after 5 years, after 3 years in my life. And then continuously for 4 years, you'll be held, talked, and given that responsibility or, the exercises to develop your own self. So be prepared, right? Lot of things there in the platter, right? How do you use it? How do you utilize it? How do you take the advantage out of it is in your hands, right? So from this desk on the orientation day, very auspicious day where we wait for this, day to come every year, because we also get energized when we, take the responsibility of the new batch together, right? So this is very happy occasion for all of us sitting on the dais today. And then from this forum, I promise that these 5 years journey, 3 years journey would be very fruitful from our end. We'll put all our efforts to make you a good human being and a good professional in your life, so that you can achieve what you have envisioned for yourself, for your livelihood and otherwise, right? So with those words, but then again, this cannot be one ways, right? It has to be vice versa. So the efforts that I'm very sure my team sitting here would take, 100%, more than 100% efforts to, guide you, help you to achieve what you want to achieve in your life, but then those efforts need to come from your side as well. If this is vice versa, if this is mutual, I assure you that after 5 years, 3 years, you would be the most promising people moving out from this institution. With all those words, I welcome you again to Asian Law College and looking forward for a fruitful journey with us. Thank you so much.